What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Oh, yeah, I gotta get on. I got to get on. It's showing that I'm on here. Yep. I'm up. I'm gonna comment to myself. Here we go. This and it should show that I'm. There we go. There we go. Sometimes it be lagging.
Yeah, it's lagging like a lot.
Yeah. Yep. But let me do this. Let me do this. Copy. That's what's up, man. I see you. What's good, bro? I'm just trying to copy and paste one thing and then I'll get started. One thing. Where is it at? You know what? I'll do it right here. Happy you can join me, man. Happy you can join me. Let me see. On TikTok, was that 404 Kane? Yeah, I'll save it for the next time. I'm gonna stay focused to the task at hand. I did a recent post of Whatever You Want by Donnie, well, by Toni, but you know, Donnie, dog it. I know a Donnie. Dwayne passed away. So, you know, I just wanted to do a little, you know, remembering Dwayne Wiggins type thing. Just kind of do like a little tutorial, you know, do like a tutorial on how to actually play the chords. And I'm live on YouTube right now. So I just have it live so that you all can see it. You all may not be able to see some of the same things that you can see on YouTube, but I mean, hey, I figured I'll just hit the live button. So I'm here. But I'll keep that in mind though. Tyrone Davis. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. I appreciate you coming through though. That's to 404 Kane on TikTok. Yeah. PJ, you said there's something blocking the camera. Oh. Is something blocking the camera on where? Like where you see it right now? Oh, got it. That's my phone. Appreciate you, y'all. Appreciate you. So yeah, let me get started. I appreciate you letting me know, PJ, because I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, yeah, I don't even see what that is. Anyway. I think I'm tuned up too. So anyhow, I got my track queued up. I made a track of Whatever You Want by Toni. I made a track, you know, something that sounds halfway like it. And, you know, in TikTok, let me know if I'm like too loud. I'll turn it down. It seemed like it sounded a little different or whatever. So anyway, for YouTube, everybody on YouTube, cool. I think I'm good. All right. So Whatever You Want by Toni. Those of you know that a few days ago, Dwayne Wiggins passed away, and he was just a huge contribution to the music industry. So he actually worked with far more than just being with Toni, Alicia Keys, Beyonce. I want to say he either originally signed Destiny's Child, something like that. Something happened. You have to go research that. But anyway, but just a very influential individual, and he did a lot of work with people that some people may not be aware of. But tonight, this whole guitar situation is necessary. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us want to know how to play the riffs, and so that is important. So anyway, so y'all can let me know if you can hear me good, and I want to make sure that you can hear the track. I don't have the track super loud, but here's the track. I can turn it up if needed, but let me know if it's not loud enough, and I'll make that adjustment. But anyway, so the initial chord that this song is in, I guess you could say relative. You could say F sharp major. Minor wise, relative minor is D sharp. D sharp minor. Yeah, D sharp minor. That's relative. All right. Now, if I were to play the actual scale, let me play the F sharp. Here's the D minor. That's the D minor. I'm hearing a doubling sound, so let me find that real quick and mute it right here. There we go. So yeah. So let's start off first things first. A lot of people wanted to know about the intro, like how to play the intro. And it's easier than you think. But maybe that's just me talking not good right now. But in the key of D sharp, E flat, minor, we're actually going to go way up. We're going to go up to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So on the 11th fret, you're going to play that minor chord. And I'm just going to name frets. That's what I'm going to do, because if you're like an intermediate guitar player, you can actually like find this. Okay. So going to the 11th fret, you bar at that 11th fret and you play a minor 7th chord. So if you're barring at the 11th fret, your middle finger should be on the 12th fret on your B string. Okay. Your ring finger should be on your 13th fret on your D string. Otherwise, you're just playing. Okay? You're playing that minor 7th chord. And this is important. Now, the tricky part is actually playing the hammer-ons along with it. Okay? So when you play the minor 7th chord, that's how that sounds, but that part, that's the important part. Okay? But the first riff on it, so that next one you're actually going to play coming from your 9th fret, you're going to play a major 7th chord on that, coming from that fret. So the way that the shape goes is, again, this is your 9th fret that you're barring. Your ring finger will be on the D string. It'll be the 11th fret. Middle finger is the 10th fret on the G string. And pinky is right under where the other fingers are. It's on the B string on the 11th fret. Let me make that a little more. Let me put the delay on so you can hear that more. That's important. That is important. All right. So when you're hearing that song in the beginning, they're playing delays along with the hammer-ons. Like along with the hammer-ons, you're hearing delays, and then they take the delays out for a period, and then they bring the delays back in. Okay. So you hear the then they do some of it. So they do the beginning with delays and they take it out. That's why it sounds so like, ooh, like you're flying. Okay. So, but if someone does it at the same time successfully, so that's pretty much how you do it. But you got to bring the delay in and bring it back out. So back to the chords. The first one is coming from that 11th fret, which is it's really an A flat. Then it's going to, this is a F sharp, which is the major 7th that I just showed y'all. Okay, Devin, what's up, man? Anthony, what's up, bro? And then you're going to do an F. Now the F is a half diminished chord, all right, which is the 7th degree of the chord progression of F sharp. Okay, it sounds like this. Now the way you play that is your fingers are going to be kind of feeling interesting, but I'm going to tell you where to put your fingers. And let's start off this way. On the 8th fret, let's start off with these two fingers first, okay? On the 8th fret, you're going to put your index finger, A string, 8th fret. Then your middle finger, G string on the 8th fret, all right? So these are the notes that you would play. I'm going to play the A string and the G string. While keeping your fingers there, you're going to bring your ring finger in, okay? And that is going to be on the D string of the 9th fret. And then your ring finger is going to be right there below where the G string is. It's going to be on the B string, also on the 9th fret. And the chord sounds like this. With the whammy action. And from that same position, you're going to play a minor 7 chord. Okay. So from that 7, you're going to play that minor 7th chord in that 7 position where the half diminished is. So from the beginning, it's going to sound like this. I'll tell you that last riff or whatever. So it goes to another key, but that last minor 7th chord, the root is that F, okay? And you're playing a minor 7th shape, all right? I'm not gonna go over that. So we talk about that quite a bit, but it's the same exact shape as you played coming from that 11th fret. You're just playing it here. you can rewind the tape and just move down. All right. So, and the last line is actually, you're just playing this line from here, from the 7th fret on the G string. So on the G string, 7th fret, 8th fret, and 10th fret. So all together. And I ain't really talk about that part. It's like the way you have to kind of rake. You got to rake your pick along the strings, okay? You have to kind of rake it. So let's start out this way. Let's start out this way. So you don't want to like, you don't want to do that. And you also don't want to, you want to go a little slower. You want to, and you want to hold your pick to where you can like bend it. If you're holding it so tight to where it doesn't do anything, you're holding it too tight. All right. You're holding it way too tight. You want to hold it to where it's moving like this a little bit. It's almost doggone near falling out of your fingers, but you're holding it tight enough to where it does not. And another tip is that you can actually play with a different side. You don't have to play with the sharper tip. You can play with another one of these sides right here. Okay. So you get a different effect, especially when you play with this backside, with the backside of the pick, or play with like another corner. It's going to give you a different effect. All right. It's going to feel a lot easier, but this is going to feel a little more choppy, I guess you can say. You know, so if you flip it like here, but this is about the speed of raking, I guess you could say, across the string that you want to kind of do. Okay. Once you actually do this, then the hammering on is going to be really important. Okay, so you actually hit at the 11th fret and you quickly hit at the 14th fret. And the timing is sort of like 1, 2. I showed an example. I showed an example of the timing of this hammer-on situation in another video. But you don't just randomly hammer on, okay? There is actually a timing. Okay, so if you're thinking of your pinky as a drum or like a drumstick, you know, you have to like establish the timing. So it's so you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the timing. So I'm hitting the E and B string and I'm playing like the top part of that minor 7th chord. All right. So after that hammer on part, you're literally holding that shape of that minor 7th chord and you're hammering on the notes that are on the 14th fret, on the B and E string, and then on the 13th fret on the G string. And that's just like, yes, it is easier when you're next to a guitar player. It's way easier when you can like see. But let me see if I can come in closer so you can see it this way. All right. This way, okay. So if I were to lift these fingers, I'm hammering on 3 frets after. And I'm strumming first, and then I hammer on. All right, so it sounds like I'm only doing one thing with the pick. Okay. So go back to the chord. You just do the same thing on the E string and the B string. And then after you do the hammer on thing 3 times, you're actually going to play from the F sharp. I mean, not from the F sharp, but from the A flat. So, all right. Now this concept is actually going to be the main thing that you're doing for all the chords. It's like what, 3 chords? 4 chords actually. So the same thing is happening with the major 7th chord, the F sharp major 7th. But it's a different cadence, but it's the same concept. Okay, you're not doing as much with your pinky as far as playing a chord. You're more so doing hammer-ons with the pinky, but you're leaving it up now. It's really like a major 9 chord. So with the half diminished chord, you're not doing any hammer-ons. You're actually just holding it. You're doing a cadence of, you're doing like an arpeggio. And remember, from this position, you're going to keep this index finger right there, and you're going to bar right there. And you're going to play the same shape that you played at the 11th fret. All right, start over. Okay, so 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret G string, 10th fret G string. All right, that's the intro. Rewind it if you need to. So yeah, I just hope all that was helpful. Let me go back to the main screen, and now actually let's get into the actual like song, okay? Like when it actually starts. So here's the track, right? With almost all of my tutorials, I like to incorporate, an element of recording or just kind of seeing that process a little bit. And TikTok, I don't show this on TikTok. I'm sorry. If you want to come over to YouTube, you can. All right. You'll see my actual screen, but I figured I would share. I would share it nevertheless. So here's the track. All right. So I'm going to play the chords how I feel that Jubu plays it. Jubu Smith plays it, but I'm not gonna share those chords exactly how I think he plays it. It's kind of like how he plays it and then how I would play it, okay, as well. But okay, I'm gonna try to explain it. All right, so I had to regain myself. All right, cool. I gotta start over. Here we go. So something like that, right? But the chords are pretty much this. Like you hear the accents and sort of like an interpolation of what the keyboard is playing. But here's the actual chords, like the root basis of the chords. All right, so let me go back to my screen and switch back and you'll see what I mean by that. Okay, so the chords are all right. Now all the that is coming off of, that's like bouncing off of okay, so you have to know the foundation chords before you do all the blip, bloom, blip, you do all that stuff. Okay, so the chords on that part is, and y'all let me know if I'm good, if y'all are following me, because I'm kind of just in my own space right now. Flat 5 sound good. Yeah. Well, that's not a minor 7 flat 5. I don't know. I'm actually playing this is actually a B flat 7, dominant 7. That's what I'm playing. But I play mine. I don't do this. Sometimes I do this, like the major chord. And you lift your pinky. But I actually put my pinky here. Okay? So I don't only play this. I do this. So I'm basically playing the octave of the 7. And but you can play a 7 sharp 5 if you want to. It's like you can do that as well. And while we talking about it, you can do that as well. But let's go to the D sharp minor 7th. Oh yes. Yeah. It does. It sounds strangely good. Yep. All right, so the D sharp minor 7th, that's the same minor minor 7th shape. You know that's not strange because I paint as well. I mean, I'm actually a visual artist, so that's not strange. Carter Bain. I went to high school for visual arts, drawing and painting, so that's not strange. I learned to appreciate Bob Ross much later in life. Much so, hey, maybe I get my style from him. I don't take that the wrong way at all. And some of y'all coming through and y'all not in the comments, man. Don't be coming in peeping in. Like, drop a comment, man. You know what I'm saying? Engage, interact. So yeah, D sharp major minor 7th. So we got that. Then this is what I see some guitar players PJ laughing at me. This is what I see some guitar players do. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please. On the 7th degree of the major scale, you don't play another minor chord at the 7th degree. You don't do that. So here's an example. No, you don't do that. It's in the place where the half diminished goes. Either you play the half diminished, which is, or you play, which is really like a 5 chord, you know, at its root, not at its root, but in nature. Hey, I'll take it. I will take it. So yeah, that's the chord that you want to play if you're not playing the half diminished chord. But in this particular key, what you would be playing on the 7, and when I say the 7, here's what I mean. Here's the F sharp. If I'm doing the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So that 7, this is what I'm playing right here, is actually a C sharp. Yeah, I'm actually playing a C sharp, but I'm not playing the full C sharp major, but play the major shape coming from the E string. And I want to say to TikTok, man, y'all showed me so much love this past week. Oh my goodness. That last post did like 100 and something K. I ain't never had that happen. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate it. So yeah, play the C sharp major. But you're not gonna play the full thing. So take your index finger off that low E string, and take your ring finger off, and only play the triad. Only play the triad. You can do a lot with triads. All right. But the bass note is actually going to be the F. So you can play that this way or this way. So when you're walking up, all right. So anyway, back to the chord progression. D sharp, minor 7th. Then you're going to play the F or the C sharp with the F in the bass that I just showed you. That here's the F sharp. Then you're going to play the B, which is a B major seventh. And I'm showing you the whole chord, but the thing is, when you're playing the chord progression, you're not playing the full chord. Okay, I'm just showing you the basis. Here's the B major seventh. Or you can do this thing. It looks like a slope. You're playing like the triad. So play the B major. Don't play the low part. But continue that slope. Here, here, here. Then play that too. Now, if you want to play the bass, you can bring your thumb over, but it's kind of unnecessary. But you can mute it if you want to. And so it should sound like this. If you can come over fast enough. Now this is the B flat minor 7. Okay. So that's the main chord progression. This chord right here, you can play this or this, or you can play like a F sharp major, like the shape, but take that same shape and move it down like this. Take and keep that same shape, and you're actually playing a B major seventh again. Okay, so you can play major seventh in a bunch of different ways. All right. There's always other ways that you can play chords. So. That second time around, you're gonna play the B flat 7, dominant 7. And remember, you can play the B dominant 7 the regular way from the E string. Who is this? Hey, Sandra. Yeah, long time, most definitely, like high school. All right. But I use the pinky. I use the pinky to kind of color it up though. All right. Like this. And just like I play chords in more than one place. So you can play it here, here. B flat, you can. So that's pretty much the chord progression. But like I said, on where that B flat 7 is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if they're playing the B flat 7 or the B flat 7 sharp 5 or the diminished 7. I honestly don't know, because it's so much going on, like with the keys and all this other stuff. So the way I pick it out is what the singer is doing, what the bass is doing, and I meet it in the middle. B major 7, yeah. On that B flat tri, yeah, you're right. That's exactly what I was saying. Yep. I'm talking to Rob Cunningham. You're right. That sharp 5, that's what you're talking about, right? Let me know. Random question. What's one of your parents' favorite recipes you still cook today? My parents' favorite recipes, that is random. I'm the man cooking my house too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna stay on topic. Y'all can engage in the comments on that one. But I'm gonna think about that though. I get my cooking from my mom and dad. They both knew how to throw down. So, yep. Yeah. So yeah, those are like the basis of the chords. So, if you wanna, play those. You can play around between. the diminished seventh, you can do that. And a quick, like, juicy trick when you're playing a diminished seventh. So act like you're playing a C sharp 7, a C sharp dominant 7, and then just place your middle finger kind of in between where the ring finger and the pinky finger is, and you play the diminished 7. Every 3 frets, that's the same chord. It's the same exact chord. On the piano, it's every 3 notes. That's a diminished chord. That's it. So now, so those are like the basis chords. So if you want to mellow it out, and I'm playing it a different way. I know I showed y'all this way. I'm doing it another way. So, but more of a triad-y way to play. This is more of a triad-y way, okay? In this way, you can move around a little more. Oh yeah, that line. So, So this little is literally a D sharp minor. Okay. That's what I'm gonna be working on. Got it. Oh yeah, it's the song by Toni. I recently put up a post of me doing the that intro, but we're going over the song. I already went over the intro though. If you want to see the full of what I'm doing, you got to go to YouTube, because I'm on YouTube and TikTok. On YouTube, you can see like the different angles and stuff like that. So, and if I missed any other comments, I apologize. I see people join, but not many people commented. Yeah, you know, feel free to share on TikTok. Feel free to share. Or if y'all don't want to be on here, if you want to come over to YouTube, come over to YouTube. And I'm probably going to get off TikTok before I get off on YouTube, to be honest with you. All right. Yeah. Because the thing is, I'm on TikTok. My battery, we be on our phones. So my battery is like draining, and I'm using an interface couldn't connect it to my phone right now. So that that is actually literally a minor arpeggio shape. Okay, so playing the and I'm saying minor very intentionally. It's not a minor 7 shape. A minor 7th is like this. Like, we're not doing that. We doing. So this is a straight minor. So 1, 2. It's literally not this. Yes. So you're following that same shape of the triad within a minor chord coming from the A string. And you're going to play an arpeggio. It's just that at the 6th fret, you're going to kind of pivot on that from the 6th to the 7th fret. So at after you play that on the 8th fret on the G string, you're going to come over to the 6th fret on the G string. And then you're going to play 6th to 8th fret on the D string. So yeah. So context is very important. Context is very important. All right. Let me go here and let me see something real quick. So I got the session up where I did the recording, and actually I'm going to leave that intro part out. I have it recorded right there, but I'm going to leave that out. And I have to make sure that I see my comments. Okay, I'm good. All right. So I'm going to play along with it, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. And then we're going to head to the bridge. All right. All right, so here we go. Now, along with that, you know, of course, the melody. Let me see the melody. Girl, you know I can provide. That's like the chorus. So that's that part. So that is the context of the chords. Okay, let's move to the bridge. Let's move to the bridge. Does anyone have any questions so far? Because if all hearts and minds are clear, I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to the bridge. The bridge is actually easier, much easier. And somebody actually brought it up in the comments on my TikTok, and they was like, the bridge is the same chords as the intro. Yep, almost. Except the last one. So when it goes to the bridge, right here. I'll be there for you and I'll. So it is the same chords except the last chord. All right. So if you want to know what those chords are, we already went over the intro. So that's pretty much what it is. So that intro, remember, is well, on the bridge it just goes run a game on you just to show us my name is Those are the same chords. They just played it differently. And then it goes to that B flat 7 or B flat 7 sharp 5. I'll be there for you, and I'll be there for you. Yeah, whichever one works. But I'm not mad at either one. So if I were to play it in context. All right, we're going into it. probably went to the B7 a little too early. But if anybody needs for me to go over that, I've gone over all the chords. Okay, so it's actually like meeting the intro and the last part of the actual chord progression, because the actual chord progression is okay. So utilizing that chord right there, the B7 or the B dominant 7, is what we're putting on the end of the bridge. That chord. Quick tip. In songwriting, one thing about songwriting is that when a song has an intro, oftentimes what happens is the intro is borrowed from something that's happening inside the song. That's actually very common. But you kind of put a little twist on it. And that's what happened in this song. So the whole intro thing that I played for you, they did that very thing, but they got it from the bridge, or vice versa. Whichever one they came up with first, they sort of rinsed and repeated it in another part of the song and just kind of switched it up. So yeah, one of the things about songwriting is you don't have to like come up with something new the whole entire process. You repeat it and slightly switch it up, and it sounds totally different. You know, the person who commented on my TikTok was like, I just realized that those are the same chords, and they're not completely the same, but they're almost the same. And the song is like song is 30 years old. 30, came out in 91. So yeah, that song came out in 91 if I'm not mistaken. So, and one other thing that I'll say is, while playing this style of music, is very like, it's very R&B-ish, but it's heavily influenced by like quartet guitar, you know, that style. So rhythm is very important. You can't really cheat it. All right. You can't really cheat it. You know, so anytime you're doing like the slap, rhythm picks, or, you know, whatever you want to call it, like it has to be like, and your muting has to be right there, you know? All right. And then when it's time to get sweet with it. I hold my pick right here, so that I can switch between picking and, you know, use my thumb. So yeah, so I use like a hybrid picking approach. It's not hybrid picking, but it's actually it's just a hybrid of playing a full chord, but and hammering on, but not in strumming. Is like, so if I'm playing a chord, I'm not strumming like I do that if I'm playing acoustic, but I'm doing a lot of this. I'm doing a lot of hammering on, but I don't use that a whole lot. I more so do this. It's not the blee blee blee. I kind of. So I kind of slide into my chords, basically. That's what I do. I do that. But if I don't slide into it like this, I'm sliding into it in a way where if I have a pivot, I'm using that bar chord thing to, and, you know, kind of make it all work that way. So, for example, if I'm playing this, I'm probably about to wrap it up. I don't want y'all to get tired of me. But I try not to play all linear stuff. I try to stay in one place a lot of times. But if I'm playing like a 6/4 chord progression, like a 6/4/5, I try to stay in one place like this. So it's that kind of thing. So I could, in one situation, so another way I can play that is, or I can, okay. So it's just an approach. And that is sort of what I use when if I'm playing this song. I do pretty much the same thing, but I really try to utilize triads, okay? Which is what I showed y'all. Instead of playing the full minor seventh, I'm just playing these. So I'm going here, and then I go to the F sharp right here. Instead of playing the F sharp major seventh, I'm like playing the minor seventh, the D sharp minor seventh, and then I swack, or whatever you want to call it. You spank on that F sharp real quick, but you got to do it in time. So I'm gonna show the context again because you gotta hear it. I gotta figure out how to make it stop doing that. Okay. We got the beat. So those little parts was like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta. It's that type of is mixing the swacks and the sweetness. Both are important, okay? And being able to actually go up and down, you know, play the same chord in different places. Because if you're gonna play this chord, you should play it here too. So yeah. That's what I have. I think I shared everything that I wanted to share. It looks pretty inactive over at TikTok. I appreciate the love y'all showed me though. Y'all showed me a lot of love. It's at like 150K. 150K like views. Crazy. I appreciate that, y'all. But I'm gonna be out. Chill with the YouTube fam. Y'all on TikTok, y'all can subscribe if y'all want to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. I appreciate you. All right, I'm off of TikTok. I'm off of TikTok. So yeah, I hope everybody's week is going well. I mean, I know it's just Monday. It's the second day of the week. Hope everything is cool. And I'm hoping that this, you know, little tutorial thing is helpful and that it's helping you with other stuff other than this song. You can translate it to other songs as well. So y'all can let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna head on out. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. It then got kind of quiet in the comments. I see people here. I know y'all getting sleepy. It's about 10:30. But yeah, if all hearts and minds are clear, I'm gonna go on and head out. If I see y'all coming with comments, then I will answer. But while I'm here, For those of you who are, if you are someone who is wanting to sharpen those guitar skills, and you feel that I'm a pretty fit instructor for you, I would like for you to go in the comments, go to the top. I don't think I pinned it, but it's in the comments, and there's a link. If you can fill out that little 4 or 5 questions, it might take like a minute and a half to fill out, and I could actually get some information. You ain't gotta leave no email, but just I can get an idea of what it is that you're looking for, what you're looking to learn, all those things, and I can just get an idea of what it is you're looking for. So, and your answer, I feel like, will speak for thousands of other people who are scared to fill out a form. So if you do it, it'll really help me out. All right. I do have a course available, but I'm not pushing that. So if you want to click on that, that's in the bio of my YouTube. That it would be helpful for you, but I'm switching platforms right now to where I can entertain a community, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm switching my stuff over there. If you buy the course under this current platform, you won't have to pay for the community situation. All right. So figured I'd let you know that. Feel free to subscribe, and hopefully this was helpful for you. And one thing I'll say is this: I'm all about enrichment and edification. If anyone feel like I've shared something that you already know, well, that's a good thing. You don't just eat one banana and that's all the potassium you need for life, right? You eat another banana. So if you already know it, you know what I'm saying? It's just reinforcing the nutrients that you already got, and you're getting a little more. So it's good to hear stuff over and over, even things that you already know. It's just going to help to reinforce the things that you already know so that you don't forget. All right. And I think that's all that I will say. And I will see you all later. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out at the Guitar Players Club. Black and Sheaf Music. Peace, man. Love y'all.